Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Maria Sharapova is a Russian former professional tennis player, entrepreneur, and philanthropist, widely regarded as one of the most talented and successful female athletes in modern tennis history. Early life and background. Maria Yuryevna Sharapova was born on April 19, 1987, in Nyagan, a small town in Siberia, Russia. Her parents, Yuri and Yelena Sharapova, moved to Sochi when she was a child, where her tennis talent began to shine at an early age. When she was only 6 years old, she caught the attention of tennis legend Martina Navratilova, who recommended that she train in the United States. In 1994, Sharapova and her father moved to Florida, where she joined Nick Bollettieri's tennis academy, the same academy that trained stars like Andre Agassi and Monica Seles. Her mother joined them 2 years later due to visa delays. Despite facing cultural challenges and financial hardship, Sharapova's determination and skill stood out quickly. Tennis career. Maria Sharapova turned professional in 2001 at the age of 14. Her breakthrough came in 2004, when at just 17 years old, she shocked the world by defeating Serena Williams in straight sets to win Wimbledon, her first Grand Slam title. She went on to achieve a career Grand Slam, becoming one of the few women in tennis history to win all 4 major tournaments: Wimbledon, 2004, US Open, 2006, Australian Open, 2008, French Open, 2012. 2014, her aggressive baseline style, powerful serve, and mental toughness made her one of the most feared competitors on the court. Sharapova spent 21 weeks as the world number 1 and won 36 singles titles during her career. However, her journey was not without setbacks. She struggled with shoulder injuries that required surgeries and lengthy breaks from competition. Despite these challenges, she consistently returned to the top of the sport. Controversy and comeback. In 2016, Sharapova tested positive for the banned substance meldonium, leading to a suspension from tennis. She maintained that she had been using it legally for years for health reasons and was unaware it had been newly banned. After serving a 15-month suspension, she made her comeback in 2017 but was never able to fully regain her former dominance. Retirement and beyond. Tennis. Sharapova announced her retirement from professional tennis in February 2020. At the age of 32, through an essay published in Vanity Fair and Vogue, she expressed gratitude for the sport that defined her life but said her body could no longer handle the physical demands. Off the court, Sharapova built an impressive business empire. She launched her premium candy brand Sugarpova in 2012, which grew into a global lifestyle company. She has invested in several startups and luxury brands. She serves as an ambassador for various global organizations and engages in philanthropic projects supporting education and sports opportunities for children. Personal life. Sharapova became a U.S. resident early in her career and is fluent in both English and Russian. In 2022, she gave birth to her first child with British businessman Alexander Gilkes, co-founder of the auction platform Paddle 8. Legacy. Maria Sharapova's legacy extends far beyond her 5 Grand Slam titles. She is celebrated for her grit, discipline, and elegance, both on and off the court. As one of the highest-paid female athletes for over a decade, she redefined what it meant to be a global sports icon, combining athletic excellence with business acumen and style. Her story is one of resilience, reinvention, and relentless ambition, a testament to the power of talent and determination. Maria Sharapova, a life in full swing. Early life and family. Maria Yuryevna Sharapova was born on April 19, 1987, in Nyagan, a small oil town in Siberia, Russia. Her parents, Yuri and Yelena Sharapova, had moved there from Gomel, Belarus, shortly before her birth to escape the aftermath of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. When Maria was 2, the family relocated to Sochi, a warmer coastal city by the Black Sea, where her father began introducing her to tennis. At the age of 4, she received her first tennis racket, a gift from family friend Yevgeny Kafelnikov, who would later become a Grand Slam champion. By age 6, Maria's raw talent was unmistakable. During a tennis clinic in Moscow, she caught the attention of Martina Navratilova, who was so impressed that she suggested the young prodigy train in the United States at the Nick Bollettieri Tennis Academy in Florida. In 1994, Maria and her father moved to America with little money and almost no English. Her mother could not join them immediately due to visa restrictions. Those early years were challenging. Maria practiced for hours daily, often feeling lonely and homesick, but her determination only grew stronger. Rise to stardom: Sharapova turned professional at age 14 in 2001, and it didn't take long for her to start making waves on the WTA Tour. She reached her first finals and began defeating higher-ranked players, quickly earning a reputation as a focused and fierce competitor. Her breakout came in 2004, when she won Wimbledon at just 17 years old, defeating Serena Williams 6-1, 6-4 in the final. That victory made her the third youngest woman ever to win Wimbledon and catapulted her into global stardom overnight. In the same year, she also won the WTA Championships and was named the WTA Newcomer of the Year. Her powerful ground strokes, ice-cool demeanor, and photogenic looks made her one of the most marketable athletes in the world. Dominance and Grand Slam success over the next decade, Sharapova proved she was not just a one-hit wonder. She continued to climb the rankings, capturing major titles across all surfaces. Her career highlights include Wimbledon, 2004, defeated Serena Williams in stunning fashion. US Open, 2006, beat Justine Henin to win her second Grand Slam. Australian Open, 2008, dominated Anna Ivanovic in the final. French Open, 2012, 2014, overcame her least favorite surface, clay, to win twice and complete a career Grand Slam, all 4 major titles. This achievement placed her among tennis legends such as Serena Williams, Steffi Graf, and Martina Navratilova. Sharapova also became world number 1 for the first time in 2005, holding that spot for a total of 21 weeks across her career. Style of play: Sharapova's game was built around power, precision, and relentless aggression. She was known for her deep, flat ground strokes, booming serve, and trademark battle cries that echoed through stadiums. Her mental fortitude was equally notable. She rarely showed emotion and was known for her composure under pressure. While clay was initially her weakest surface, she reinvented her game to master it, a testament to her adaptability and work ethic. Injuries and challenges: despite her success, Sharapova's career was often interrupted by injuries, particularly to her right shoulder. She underwent several surgeries and missed long stretches of play, but her comebacks were remarkable. The biggest challenge of her career came in 2016, when she tested positive for meldonium, a newly banned substance she had been taking legally for years for heart and fatigue issues. Sharapova was suspended for 15 months. She accepted responsibility but maintained that her mistake was unintentional, saying she failed to notice the drug had been added to the banned list. She returned to the tour in 2017, showing flashes of her old brilliance, but was unable to regain her top form amid recurring injuries and younger competition. Retirement and life beyond tennis. On February 26, 2020, Maria Sharapova announced her retirement through heartfelt essays in Vogue and Vanity Fair. She described her 28-year journey as a life I'll never forget. After retirement, she focused on business ventures, fashion, and philanthropy, founded Sugarpova, 2012, a luxury candy and lifestyle brand that reflects her playful personality, invested in several companies, including wellness and tech startups, became involved in architecture and design, showcasing her interest in modern aesthetics, continued her charity work through the Maria Sharapova Foundation, which supports education for children in areas affected by the Chernobyl disaster. Personal life: Sharapova has lived in the United States for most of her life, balancing her Russian heritage with a global identity. She speaks fluent English and Russian and is known for her intelligence, poise, and sense of style. She became engaged to Alexander Gilkes, a British entrepreneur and art dealer, in 2020. In July 2022, the couple welcomed their first child, a son named Theodore. Legacy and influence: Maria Sharapova's influence transcends sports. She was consistently one of the highest-paid female athletes in the world for over a decade. Thanks to endorsement deals with brands like Nike, Porsche, Tag Heuer, and Evian. She inspired millions with her story, a young girl from a small Russian town who crossed continents, faced hardships, and rose to global fame through sheer determination and discipline. Her rivals respected her grit, even when she was one of the most polarizing figures in tennis. As Serena Williams once said, "Maria is a fighter. She always finds a way to make you play your best." Today, Sharapova remains a symbol of resilience, elegance, and entrepreneurial spirit, showing that success is not only about talent but about the courage to start over again and again. Maria Sharapova, the Iron Princess of tennis: early beginnings. A dream born in Siberia. Maria Yuryevna Sharapova's story began on April 19, 1987, in the Siberian town of Nyagan, Russia. Her parents, Yuri and Yelena, fled Belarus after the Chernobyl disaster in 1986, hoping for a safer life for their future children. Maria's earliest years were simple, but her father had big dreams. When she was just 4 years old, Yuri placed a small racket in her hands. From the first swing, something magical began. She was disciplined beyond her years, spending hours hitting balls against walls or playing on makeshift courts in Sochi. At 6, her talent caught the eye of Martina Navratilova during a Moscow exhibition. Navratilova told her family that Maria had something rare: raw instinct, control, and mental focus, and urged them to take her to America to train seriously. By age 7, Maria and her father moved to Bradenton, Florida, to train at the legendary Nick Bollettieri Tennis Academy, where champions like Agassi and Seles had trained. Her mother couldn't come at first. The U.S. visa process took 2 long years. Those early years were lonely and harsh, but they shaped Maria's unshakable toughness. When you grow up away from your family, fighting for every moment, you learn resilience. "That became my greatest weapon," she once said. Rising through the ranks, Sharapova turned pro in 2001. Just 14 years old, she played her first full WTA season in 2003, reaching the 4th round of Wimbledon, a clear sign that a new star was emerging. Then came 2004, the year that changed everything. At just 17 years old, Sharapova shocked the world by defeating Serena Williams in the Wimbledon final, 6-1, 6-4. Her poise, power, and icy calmness stunned everyone. She didn't just win. She dominated. "I was just a kid with a racket and a dream," she later recalled. That summer, she became an instant global celebrity. Endorsement offers poured in. and the media dubbed her the new Anna Kournikova, but with titles. But Maria was determined to be known for her tennis, not her looks. The Sharapova era. Strength and style between 2004 and 2014. Sharapova built one of the most remarkable careers in women's tennis. Trophy major titles: Wimbledon, 2004, US Open, 2006, Australian Open, 2008, French Open, 2012. 2014, by winning the French Open in 2012, Sharapova achieved the career Grand Slam, a feat few players have ever reached. She also won 36 WTA titles overall and held the world number 1 ranking 5 times. Her greatest strengths were her mental discipline, relentless aggression, and laser focus. She never feared pressure, in fact, she thrived under it. Sharapova was also known for her intense rivalries, most notably with Serena Williams, against whom she had a losing record, 2-20. Still, their matches were some of the most anticipated in tennis. The rivalry was fierce, emotional, and often extended beyond the court. The business of being Maria off the court, Sharapova was a phenomenon. Her combination of elegance, power, and intellect made her a global icon. She signed multi-million-dollar deals with Nike, Porsche, Evian, Head, and Tag Heuer, making her one of the highest-paid female athletes in the world for over 11 consecutive years, according to Forbes. In 2012, she launched Sugarpova, a luxury candy brand that reflected her playful side and entrepreneurial vision. It grew into a lifestyle company, selling premium sweets and later expanding into fashion and wellness. She also invested in startups and became known for her sharp business sense, turning her fame into a sustainable empire. Adversity, injuries and suspension, but success didn't come without struggle. Sharapova faced recurring shoulder injuries throughout her career, undergoing surgeries in 2008 and 2013. Each time she returned, fans were amazed at her determination. Then came the 2016 doping controversy, a major turning point. She tested positive for meldonium, a heart medication that had been legal for years but was newly banned by the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA. Sharapova admitted she had been taking it for medical reasons and had failed to notice it was added to the prohibited list. The incident led to a 15-month suspension. Her response was dignified yet firm. "I made a mistake, but I'm not a cheater. I've always played with integrity." The suspension divided opinion but also revealed her character, even in crisis. She handled herself with composure and strength. Comeback and final years. Sharapova returned in 2017, determined to rebuild her career. She won small tournaments and reached the quarter-finals of the French Open, proving she still had fire left. But her body, particularly her shoulder, could no longer endure the grind of elite competition. On February 26, 2020, Sharapova announced her retirement from tennis through an emotional essay in Vanity Fair and Vogue. "Tennis gave me a life I never could have imagined. But now, I'm ready to climb another mountain." Life after tennis. After retirement, Sharapova reinvented herself yet again. She became a successful entrepreneur and investor in tech, fashion, and wellness companies. Her Sugarpova brand continued expanding internationally. She took part in architectural projects and environmental initiatives. In 2022, she became a mother to a son, Theodore, with her fiancé Alexander Gilks. She remains involved with the Maria Sharapova Foundation, which supports education for children affected by the Chernobyl disaster, a personal cause tied to her family's history. Legacy. Beyond the baseline, Maria Sharapova's influence extends far beyond tennis. She represents grace under pressure, uncompromising discipline, and the will to evolve. Her story, from a child who left Russia with nothing but a dream to one of the world's most recognized athletes, continues to inspire millions. She wasn't just a champion on the scoreboard. She was a symbol of strength, reinvention, and female empowerment. I've learned that success isn't about how high you climb, but how you rise after you fall. Maria Sharapova. Interesting facts: Tennis. Sharapova was the first Russian woman to win Wimbledon. Speech balloon: she speaks English and Russian fluently. Sports medals: she carried the Russian flag at the 2012 London Olympics, where she won a silver medal. Money bag: she earned over $300 million in prize money and endorsements combined. Open book: her memoir, Unstoppable. My Life So Far, 2017, became a bestseller and offered deep insight into her struggles and triumphs. Maria Sharapova, Unstoppable. From Siberia to stardom, I was born in the cold, but I learned to burn. Maria Sharapova. Globe. Chapter 1. Born of ashes and dreams. Maria Yuryevna Sharapova was born on April 19, 1987, in Nyagan, a small industrial town in Siberia. Her parents, Yuri and Yelena, had fled their hometown of Gomel, Belarus, to escape the radioactive aftermath of the Chernobyl disaster. They wanted a safer place to raise a family, far from the invisible dangers that haunted their homeland. Siberia was harsh, long winters, short days, endless snow, but even there, a spark was born. Maria grew up watching her father hit tennis balls with friends in Sochi, near the Black Sea, where the family later moved. When she was 4 years old, Yuri handed her a child-sized racket. She was captivated. The sound of the ball hitting the strings became her rhythm.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.